Having always taken the easy path for most of my childhood and adolescent years, I came to learn a crucial life lesson, albeit the hard way. I thought I should share it with you too. I became pretty accustomed to taking the easy path in life. I didn't like to exert much effort into things that didn't give me a benefit or were difficult. Invariably, I spent most of my time doing things that would give me instant gratification, watching TV, shopping, going to the cinema, spending time with friends, and partying. To me, everything else was boring or too hard. I did the bare minimum at school and I avoided reading or learning wherever possible. I spent a lot of my childhood and early adolescent years deeply unhappy. I was an overthinker, a worrier, with no confidence or self-esteem. I was very quiet as a child and often bullied. It was relentless for a little while. It made me hate every aspect of myself. I thought I was worthless. In my last video, I mentioned how from the age of 12 or 13, I had a strong desire to become a lawyer. It was ironic given the life I was leading at the time and the choices I was making. Most people tend to think of lawyers as studious and intelligent. It seemed that despite my significant ambitions, my decisions dictated otherwise, and the trajectory pointed to me taking the easy path in life. I left school as soon as I could. At 15, shortly before my 16th birthday, I went to college for 2 years, dropping out in both. I hopped from one job to another. As soon as anything got too difficult, I moved on. My life was becoming more dissatisfying and depressing as the days went on. Don't get me wrong though, I knew what I was supposed to do. I knew deep down that I had to be a lawyer. I didn't necessarily know why at the time. It felt like a strong urge, a knowing that it had to be done. But it just gave me a headache whenever I thought about it, made even more impossible by the fact that I had dropped out of school with minimal qualifications. Negative self-talk and fear obstructed the way. It was easier to stick my head in the sand than confront and tackle this. So I did what I always did. I took the easy way out and continued to ignore it. By the time I got to this stage in my life, I was deeply unhappy. At the time, I was in my first serious relationship. It was an unhealthy one and at times abusive. I found life to be so dissatisfying and unfulfilling. I was unhappy with every aspect of my life. It got to a point where life itself became unbearable. I knew that something had to change. The easy path I had chosen was suddenly turning out to be not so easy after all. Curiosity got the better of me eventually, and I began researching different ways to get into university. I found a way to do it, although it was completely out with the norm. I didn't have anything to lose going down this route, so I wholeheartedly committed myself to it. Over the coming years, I slowly began to make better life decisions. I studied full-time for 6 years in total, 2 years at college and then 5 years at university. I didn't drop out. I put a lot of hard work and effort in. When things got difficult, I didn't run away. I stuck with it. My confidence and self-esteem slowly increased. Life became meaningful. There was a glimmer of hope, and that's what kept me going. It all culminated, I remember quite vividly, to a point in my life 5 years later when I made a decision to do good with my life. I chose against a life of simple survival. It was a fairly pivotal moment in my life. Everything changed after that, and it was only just the beginning. What I came to realise was that there is no such thing as an easy path. It was really just an illusion. On the face of it, I chose the easy way out in life, but my choices soon backfired, resulting in more challenges and suffering than I thought possible. Challenges come our way no matter what path we choose. We will all experience difficulties, often resulting in suffering, throughout our lives, regardless of who we are or what we do. Although my life did not become easier when I opted to change the direction, it certainly made me feel a lot more fulfilled and remarkably happier. For the first time in my life, I felt in true alignment. Everything just fell into place. Life became more exciting, an adventure. I could see the beauty in the simplest things that I had never before had been aware of. If you are not where you should be in life, the universe will find ways of forcing you out of these situations. If you're in a job that you are not meant to be in, for example, you might find external circumstances force you away. Sometimes it seems like a natural move. Other times it can be a particularly painful experience. When your life is out of alignment with your true self, your purpose, you may be experiencing a feeling of lacking, like something is missing. Something just doesn't feel right. It's important not to shy away from life, as you will only experience more suffering. Instead, be courageous, take ownership, have hope. Detach yourself from the limitations that you set and begin to move forward. Eckhart Tolle says, "Life is a dancer and you are the dance." Life will respond to your dance. What dance will you choose?